Sabatier French chef's knives. They are likely what inspired the Japanese gyuto. And although most people researching knives on YouTube have heard of the gyuto, not many of you have heard of Sabatier French chef's knives, the family of knife makers that have been at it for over 200 years that, like I said, most likely inspired the Japanese gyuto. So in this video, we're going to break down the carbon steel and stainless steel series from Sabatier, as well as show you the new Bolsterless series that they now have in the lineup of French Sabatier knives. Before we dive in, let's get started with a little bit of a history lesson because it's important to understand the heritage of this family-owned business as well as Sabatier knives as a whole. So, first things first, Sabatier itself is not trademarkable. It's kind of like an appellation of sorts. So, Sabatier knives come from Thiers, France. However, there are knockoffs out there and you can see things that will say it's a Sabatier knife, but if it doesn't come from Thiers, France, then it's not a genuine Sabatier style French made chef's knife. Now the Sabatier family is in their 8th generation of making knives, and although they've been making knives for well over 200 years, they were the first to trademark Sabatier in 1834. So when you see the 200th anniversary of Sabatier, even though it's not 2034 yet, it's because the family itself has been making knives for well over 200 years before the trademark actually happened. We have 5 series of Sabatier knives at Cutlery and More. The first is their original. This is the carbon steel, fully forged, full tang, full bolster chef's knife. Then we have the new bolsterless version of that, which is exclusive to Cutlery and More in the 8.75 and the 5.75 inch options. Then we have the Olivewood full bolster stainless steel edition, the limited edition Authentique stainless steel full bolster, and then we have the 200th anniversary Sabatier modern edition. Of all of these knives, what's important to understand is that French knives compared to some of the big box German brand knives that are out there, they're a bit more affordable. They're going to be more minimalistic in their overall feel and footprint. The handles are going to be a bit more narrow. The bolsters, those that do have one, are much smaller than some of the other options that are out there for bolster style knives. And because of the Rockwell ranging from 54 to 60, these are all going to be very easy to hone, maintain, and sharpen. And that's even for the carbon steel series. Speaking of carbon steel, let's get started with the 9-inch full bolster carbon steel chef's knife. As I mentioned, this is carbon steel, so this will patina. You will have to keep it dry and be sure to let that patina develop so it will protect this carbon steel blade. This is coming in at a 54 to 56 Rockwell, so it is easy to sharpen. You have a full tang construction with brass rivets in the handle, which is a palm handle, polyethylmethylene, a resin-based handle that is very easy to maintain. You can easily tell the difference between the carbon and the stainless series because the rivets of the carbon steel knives are brass and the stainless steel are silver stainless steel. Next up, we have the 2 exclusive bolsterless carbon chef's knives. The first is the 8.75, and then we have the 5.75 inch chef's knife, which is very similar to being a prep knife. These are, aside from the bolster, identical to the original carbon steel. So you're coming in at that 54 to 56 Rockwell carbon steel blade that will patina over time. A minimalistic bolster going into the handle itself, which is full tang and triple riveted with brass rivets and the polyethylmethylene palm handle. As far as we're concerned, these two knives are a game changer for K Sabatier knives. And the reason why is because a lot of people do not want a full bolster. It's that simple. They want a more minimalistic feel that is super comfortable at the pinch grip and allows you to sharpen from the tip all the way to the heel of the blade. So creating this exclusive series with K Sabatier with the palm handle, as far as we're concerned, is just going to offer more people the opportunity to get their hands on some French-made chef's knives. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you and not sit here and pretend that we don't know it. These knives are rough. They are traditional French. They're going to arrive with being perfectly imperfect. You're going to see some scratches. You're going to see some nicks. You're going to see some this, some that, some blemishes. It's just the way that they are made. Now, when you get to the Authentique series, it's a little bit more polished, but with these softer carbon steel knives, you're going to see some blemishes. Now, what I will say, what we do to protect these knives is important. All of these knives are going to come in a very simple cardboard box with the K Sabatier sticker, and you will see on the inside there is a cardboard insert with the knife in a cardboard sheath. Once you remove that sheath, you're going to notice that these knives, the carbon knives, are going to be oiled up and greased up. It is almost like a petroleum jelly type of grease that is on the blade that is meant to protect them from rusting or spotting while in transportation. All you have to do is take a paper towel and wipe off as much of the grease as you can, and then use a degreaser soap to remove it. Give it a good dry and you'll be all set. And with these knives, they will develop a patina over time as you use them, which the color will vary depending on the type of ingredients you use most regularly, but you can also do a forced patina with vinegar or mustard. Moving on to the Olivewood series, which is the first of the 3 stainless steel options. The Olivewood chef's knife is completely stainless steel from the tip all the way to the butt of the full tang, fully forged, full bolster body, including the 3 stainless steel rivets. The Olivewood handle is lightly lacquered, so it is going to be protected, but you still can't go wrong with putting some mineral oil on this every once in a while. Again, this has the same overall shape, feel, construction as the original carbon steel. This is just going to be a stainless steel option. Next up, we have the K Sabatier Limited Edition Authentique 1834 stainless steel chef's knife. Just like the Olivewood, except this is going to be made of POM, polyethyl methylene, in the handle, but you're still getting that fully forged, full bolster, full tang chef's knife. What I will say about the Authentique 1834 is that it is built a little bit better. It's a little bit more polished, so to speak, than the other series that I showed you. So it's going to be less perfectly imperfect than the others. The Authentique 1834 stainless steel series is also going to come in at a 57 to 58 Rockwell, which is a bit harder because it is ice hardened. And the Authentique 1834 limited edition is going to come with a leather sheath. And finally, we have the K Sabatier 200th anniversary modern series chef's knife. This too comes with a leather sheath, and this is made with Swedish 14C28N stainless steel, coming in at a 60 Rockwell. What's completely different about the 8-inch modern chef's knife is this has a G10 handle, which is made of fiberglass, which is even more durable than POM, micarta, or Packawood. The modern series does not have a bolster, much like the others that I showed you, but it still has a full tang construction with stainless steel rivets in the triple riveted handle. I must say, as a knife lover, but also an EDC knife lover, This gives off EDC vibes. If it were a little bit smaller, I would say that it could be actually used for an EDC knife, but with the Swedish stainless steel, even the way the tang goes into the handle with this little divot right there, the way it's etched out, and then these G10 scales. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish this had a little belt loop on it because I'd probably find a way to carry this blade, not gonna lie. So there you have it, folks. These are the 5 series of K Sabatier knives that we have at cutleryandmore.com. You have the original full bolster carbon, the new and exclusive bolsterless carbon coming in at the 875 and the 575 inch options, the full bolster olive handle, the full bolster Authentique 1834 limited edition that is stainless steel, and of course the modern series with the G10 scales and the Swedish stainless steel. I'm Chef Brandon with Cutlery and More. Thanks so much for tuning in and learning all about these awesome K Sabatier French-made chef's knives.